Bitcoin and Ethereum. What's his next move? Let's find out in the charts here, shall we? Oh my God, is it time? Is Bitcoin finally gonna break out of his ranging market? It's been like torture. We're gonna talk about that and more in today's episode. Oh my goodness. It's been a busy time for me. I've moved to a new place on the Palm. And I'm loving it, right? It's a great place to be. It's a nice, beautiful area, right? Beachfront everywhere. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, man. It's great time to be alive here when we have cryptocurrencies, right? Where we could actually, buy something that is like a digital asset and watch it go to the moon. It's a beautiful thing, actually, when you think about it, right? And you're like, well, doesn't that bode like that we are in a bubble here? And no, we're not. The reason why, when you're talking about Bitcoin specifically, is because Bitcoin is going to be the money. And so it's got a long way to go to take out fiat currencies. And the fiat currencies are not real value, right? It's Bitcoin's the real value and not the fiat currency. You're so used to living in the fiat world that you are like saying, "Oh, no, I'm going to take profits on Bitcoin because it's not going to go any higher." This is crazy, right? And you're assuming that that dollars is real money. It's not. It's just printed money that's causing prices to go up. Yeah, that's the world we live in, and so that's why we can buy these things and watch prices go up because a lot more people understand that than you realize. Oh boy, so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the price action here, actually, on Bitcoin and figure out where we're going to buy and get into this crazy, crazy market. And if you want to, try your hand at, using a little bit of leverage, right? Not too much, right? At first, if you don't know how to, you can do so at bybit.davincij15.com or on femex.davincij15.com. All right, well, just remember, this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any money into the market. Okay, as you can see, right, Bitcoin, when it chopped down here, we thought we were done, and then no, it comes back and retests and bounces off of that, and then we thought we're off to the moon, and no, it retests that, and now we're retesting another support level right here, and then we went now, and we're actually created a big W here that let me just undo, and so that you can see the W. There it is, right here, big W, right there. So Tone, you want to join in on the action here? Tone Base is here, of course. Right, and here, you want to grab a chair, and you can join in.
I was gonna say it's great. It's great to see Happy Da Vinci because you should have seen him in the last 2 hours trying to get the internet working.
Yeah, I was panicking. So here we go. That's the breakout level, and you can see that Bitcoin is up, and away. Now, what we want to do is figure out, okay, so what do I do?
Yeah, I had no idea Bitcoin popped, man. I just because I was busy all morning myself, and it's holy shit, just saw it this morning.
So you're wondering, what do you do over here, right?
And I kind of had a trade on, but I had a profit take, which I would have totally removed had I actually knew that Bitcoin was popping like that.
Yeah, exactly. Because we've broken off out of this swing high here after this swing low, and so that bodes well for Bitcoin because again, we could see another W-ish patterning here right now. No guarantees from the management. Okay, let me just undo that and then bring in the drawing tool here, and you can see right from here. Right up here, it's not that clear for everybody, but there is another W there and a breakout level right here. So you could technically buy this right here, right? But keep in mind that price action tends to, come back and spook everybody before it actually takes off. So just so you know, right? Don't chase too off. Chase markets. If you're already in the market, if you're already in it, stay in it, of course. But if you haven't, if you don't have a position yet, I would suggest you go down to the lower time frames and look for price action to give you a chance to come in. Now, I'm a little concerned here because of the 13 EMA. It didn't bounce off the 13 EMA, really. It just went straight up off of it, like after it broke up above it. And that's not an indicate. That's generally means that we're going to pump even more, in my opinion, right? What do you think?
So it needs to go up a little bit more. So there's, I'm very bullish here, but like you said, it needs to come back. If you go to the prior time frame that you have,
The 4 hour.
so these prior swing highs are so clustered together, right? Like the one on the 25th and the one on the 29th and the one right after that, right here that we just broke. So it's still all clustered together. So what I would really like to see is this imminent pop to continue above 65,000. Because if it goes above 65,000, like let's say in the next 24 hours, that like clearly establishes the fact that we've broken out above the last week worth of consolidation. And now you can look for a pullback to the current breakout area of 63, 64, setting us up for 75 in the next week or two.
I don't know where you're getting the 65. It just seems like you pulled it out of your butt here. But I would say...
Right, okay, so I'll explain where the 65 comes from. The 65 comes from it being sufficiently noticeably higher to establish a clean swing high. So it is a random number. It's a random number that is higher than the prior swing highs, but not high enough to get to the prior all-time high.
All right.
So it's just somewhere in between.
I'm going to ignore this wick here because it seemed like a scam wick here.
Yeah, you can ignore that.
And so I'm going to use this Fibonacci. So the Fibonacci level is 78.6 is 65. Okay, so yeah, you could say that it has some significance, right?
But I'm not looking for it to be significant, right? I'm looking for it to be a noticeable swing high that is not a double top of the all-time high, but is a clear second all-time high.
Okay.
And now it sets us up for a clean pullback to the consolidation zone as the perfect buy the dip area and the break of 70K within a week or two.
So we're at some sort of level of resistance here, the 61.
Yeah, you're at a double top right now, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we could, spook everybody and come back a little bit. So that's why I'm a little concerned if people jump in right here. I mean, you could and just hold it, and just maybe you're gonna like sweat a little bit.
Well, again, like the concern is time specific, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm also concerned jumping in right now on a 1 hour and 4 hour basis. But if your time horizon is daily, I'm not concerned at all.
No.
Jump in.
Yeah, exactly.
Like daily, weekly time frames, monthly. I mean, hell.
Yeah, you're good.
You're good to go, right? But so it depends on your time horizon as a trader. If you're using hourly charts and 4 hour charts, I would not do it. But if you put this on a daily chart, looks beautiful.
Exactly. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's clean this up a little bit. Oops. And here, I'm going to take this off this W so that it doesn't look like a mess when we switch to daily. And yeah, it looks beautiful.
Our daily chart looks like ready for a breakout.
Exactly. You see the W there even on the daily. So, I mean, you got some serious strength. And there it is, right? Yeah, sure. So you have to be swing trading on the daily, right? Not on a shorter time frame. And you're just going to have to, you might have a little bit of pain if you're buying, but you're not.
Well, and wait till that MACD crosses.
Yeah, that's right. Look at that, and look at that. You see, the MACD is gonna.
You did have a little bit of a head fake back in early September, but that's very rare.
Yeah, and then what I like is there's this W forming in the RSI. That's always a good sign, and then it's also forming here on the volume profile, which is also a good sign.
And look at the beautiful 3 candle pullback to the 13 EMA.
Exactly. So, I mean, there's a lot of sweetness happening here. It's all sweet. It's all sweet. All right, let's jump over to Ethereum, right, and see what's going on there. Ethereum, we have broken up out of new highs to new highs finally once again. If we go down to daily, right, you can see it there. We've broken to new highs right here, almost there. Yeah, you know what? It did actually break to new highs, and then it came back, broke to new highs, and then came back at us. But it doesn't matter. It held the support, right? And let me just break. The support is at 4,277. It held that, touched the 13 AMA, and then it's off to the races here. Be careful, of course. Ethereum loves to come back and smack you in the head if you get too greedy, right? And come back to the 13 AMA more than once on the daily. So just so you know, just so you know, because Ethereum is still new, right? And so it can get pushed around heavily by the big traders and the big dogs. And he's look at his face. He's not too happy about let's talk about Ethereum. But hey, they're all, I don't hate it, don't date it, just trade it.
Yeah, that's fine. I have no problem with that.
And you can see we are in the bull run. Another thing we can see right for this bull run is also if we take a look at the dominance. The dominance is broken down. If we scroll down, zoom in a little bit so I can show you, you can see I thought the dominance, remember we talked about this last time we did the show. Mm-hmm. This did not look good. This did not look good at all.
No, Bitcoin dominance should really be rising, but it's okay.
But it was about to if it broke this level here, the 50% level, we were done. Bitcoin was going to destroy alts, right? If it broke that.
Yeah.
But it didn't.
That's all right. It'll do it when the bear market eventually comes. Oh boy, are you going to see Bitcoin dominance skyrocket, even though Bitcoin is falling 50%.
We're going to have to agree to disagree on that one.
Really?
Yes, exactly. I think we're going to break down, and once we break down the 30 from the 40% here, we are going to see a massive move down to 35%.
What we really need is we need a proper. I don't know how they calculate Bitcoin dominance, but we need a Bitcoin dominance versus say top 100 altcoins, not 5,000.
Maybe, yes.
Or maybe Bitcoin dominance versus top 20 or top 50. Now, I understand that the top 20 can change.
Exactly.
And that's okay.
So
and that's okay. You can rebalance it every week, let's say, right? But it won't change by much, right? Because if something enters the top 20, it's probably not entering right into number 5 anyway, right?
Yeah.
So, but the Bitcoin dominance always bothers me as to how many coins are they using. The true Bitcoin dominance should really be against Bitcoin versus top 20. And let's see how it's performing against top 20. And the top 20 has an advantage, because the best of the top 20 gets in, the shittiest of the top 20 goes out.
Yeah, true.
And I still think on a 5-year basis, Bitcoin will dominate even the crypto top 20 that is adjusted for an advantage of always the latest hype coming in.
Yeah, but I think it's not a clear picture, that clear when you're doing the top 20, because the top 20, they might not perform as well as Bitcoin because of the fact that they are they're already top dogs, right? They might have been entered the top 20.
Well, like I said, it can be top 50, right? But it shouldn't be top 5,000.
No, it should be like top 100.
It can be top 100, 50. Like we can establish a number, but it should be limited.
Mm-hmm. I get it. It should be something like that. And I think because it's difficult, right? Because
it should be limited, and it should be like it should have sufficient volume. Like you can't have some crap coming in that's illiquid that takes up a big chunk of the market cap, right?
Yeah.
So there should be some metrics for volume, tradability, how many exchanges traded. So someone needs to come up with a proper index that you've actually thought about more than, I don't know, an hour. Mm-hmm. And which is what this is, right? So literally some guy is like, hey, I'm just going to divide two numbers, right? So if you can come up with a proper index for Bitcoin dominance that has taken more than a day of thinking about, that would be nice to see.
Yeah, because this has 1,000 coins up here, right? All the way down to here, only 1,000 coins, or maybe 2,000 by the time it got down here, right? So that was not this. So that's different from here where we are today, right?
Yeah.
We're at 10,000 or more coins, right?
Right.
So it's kind of a bit. It's not apples to
Right.
apples, a real
Right,
deal.
and also would you put
Right.
would you put a scam like Hexen, right? Like
Exactly.
which is not in CoinMarketCap and is not in CoinGecko, but the insane brother, what's his name? What the hell's his name again? The creator of that scam.
And then, man, everybody wants me to interview him, but I'm like, no.
Richard Hart,
yeah.
right? But like the Richard Hart brainwashed cultist, they think that their coin is number 3 on CoinMarketCap because that's what it says on some website made in China, right?
Maybe number 3 if they take out the top 100.
No, because like 99% of it is like locked up, and out of that 99%, Richard owns like 75%. And all of that is locked up, right? So it's like 42 coin, right? There's only 42 of them, and
That's how they come up with this
3
math.
cents worth get traded, so its market cap is like in the top 5.
Okay, all right. That's a scam. All right, fine. Okay, well, that's how they're doing it. But anyways, you know what? I really think that this dominance, right? You can see that it bounced off of a trend line here, and it's probably going to, get to the support level here that it was trying to break down from, and then probably try to break and head down to the 40%. This means we could see a little bit of an alt season early, which is surprising, actually. I would expect this thing to come back up here and retest the top, and not have an alt season so early in this game. Because why? Because we have tax loss selling season, and since so many people lose their shirt on altcoins, right? They end up wanting to
Not so much this year. Not this year.
I don't know because they're like people. They buy a lot of people more often than not. People buy tops and sell them.
I don't know. Look, I mean, like this year alone, right? Look at
So-
Doge, look at Shiba, look
Yeah.
at Solana,
Yeah,
look
but
at BNB.
obviously there was always
It's
a
been a
few.
good year. I mean, if you're still, if you're still living in 2016 and you believe in Litecoin, then yeah, you lost some money. But or Monero, you lost some money. But if you paid attention to anything that came out in the last 3 years, they've all done well.
Yeah, of course. There's always like a few that's done well, but we're looking at the broader market. The broader market says that you have, if you bought any right down here
Right.
or down
And
here,
let's be,
you're hurting.
and let's be
You're
honest.
hurting.
Like most of the people messing around with shitcoins aren't filing taxes.
I don't know about that. I know more people than not. More people that are filing taxes with their altcoin portfolios than they're not. So I'm not. I can't really say that.
You don't think they're too young to file taxes?
Well, I mean,
Most of those traders.
my audience is a little bit older, so right, and we do have the little lady strategy. So
Yeah. Your audience. Okay, I was talking about like the global traders of this stuff.
I don't know. Maybe you're right on that sense, but there will be some tax loss selling because there are people who have large portfolios that are buying these altcoins, right? Very large, right? So they'll have to do something, right, with their taxes. And so that's why you'll see a lot of these alts in December get crushed, right? Because
We're gonna find out. Are you gonna
Right,
be
they always-
exiting a little extra out of your
No, I don't
Alts?
exit. I don't exit my alts. I wait. I'm a little later, right? I'm waiting for the end game here when we see the alts go absolutely.
You know what the end game is for little old ladies, right? It's not that long. Doesn't take that long.
You're horrible. Oh my God! Here we go. Well, this little old lady, you trust me, she's gonna be driving a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. Trust me, very shortly, in like less than 3 months. Yes, I guarantee it. Well, maybe not 3 months. More of like 4 to 6 months. She'll be in the Lambo, because she'll be converting her altcoins to Bitcoin every single time.
Good move.
Every single time. And that's why we convert our altcoins to Bitcoin is because, Bitcoin's real. Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Cheers.